Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are well. Excuse the appearance and the hair, I've just washed it, it's drying naturally. But anyway, we are here to do a review. It's peeking in and we're going to talk all things Mrs. Warren's Profession. So if you want to know my thoughts and feelings on the show, stick around and we'll get into it in 2 seconds. So if you don't know me and you don't know my channel, firstly hello, secondly for every show that I try to see, I always do this, for every show that I see I try to do 2 separate videos unless time doesn't work out that way. In those 2 videos we do 2 separate things. Firstly the nervous guide, which would have been the video before this one. The nervous guide is everything you need to know about the show before you go into it, so any content warnings, sensory warnings, any information that I can tell you about the theatre, my view from my seat, etc, etc. Things that might help you before you go in and watch it. Then you have this video here. This is the review. The review is always put in inverted commas because I am no way professional. I just like to talk about the theatre I've seen, and 9 times out of 10 I will go and see shows on my own, and because I have no one to talk about the show after I've seen it, I come in on here and I talk to a camera, sometimes in better surroundings than a bedroom that I am packing back up after spending 3 days here in London, so I've accumulated a lot of crap. Anyway, let's get into it and let's talk about this play. Firstly, I'm going to say I had no knowledge of anything about this show upon entrance, or before entrance actually. I booked this through a rush ticket, and the only thing I really knew was it involved Imelda Staunton and Bessie Carter, 2 actresses that I absolutely adore in different things I've seen them in. I saw Imelda Staunton last year in Hello Dolly, and that cemented my love. And Bessie Carter, I'm a massive Bridgerton fan, of course, and I was like, I'm gonna try it out, I'm gonna see what it's like. So that's okay. It's good to go in sometimes knowing absolutely nothing, because you have no expectations, you don't know what's going to happen. And throughout the play I don't think I knew fully what was going to happen, because there's a lot going on. Speaking of, in the programme, which I read front to back before the show started because, like I said, I was on my own, I needed something to do, there is a quote in one of the interviews that they do in this between Imelda Staunton and Bessie Carter, because if you don't know, they're mother and daughter. Great dynamic, especially for this play in particular. But Bessie Carter is quoted in that interview saying, "A good play will leave you questioning something," and that is indeed the case. If you don't know this play, a little bit of background, it was written by George Bernard Shaw, and it considers what it is to be human, the inequality of man and woman, and also the morality and choices some women make to survive. Thank you. That didn't all come off the top of my head. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to be like, they are my words. It's a mix of what I thought, what's in the programme, and what's on Today Ticks. This show has been directed by Dominic Cook, and creatively I really enjoyed some of the ways that the story is told. For example, upon first meeting in the play between mother and daughter, everyone is in this beautiful garden. Literally, as everyone walked into the auditorium and saw the stage with all the beautiful flowers, everyone was like, oh, look at that, how lovely, gorgeous. As the show progressed, the parts of that stage set were taken away bit by bit, leaving the space more and more barren is not probably the best word, but the word that came out of my mouth. The set, I also have to say, was designed by Chloe Lamford, and I really enjoyed the way it was took away. Also enjoyed the way the lighting was used at different points to highlight different people and different things that were going on. There was a few scene changes, and during those scene changes, Bessie Carter as Vivi is pretty much on the stage during all those moments, because it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of her thinking time and between each moment and between each portion of the play. I'm trying to analyse it and I'm probably getting it completely wrong, so don't take my word for gospel. Also, the fact that the people who take away the set and who slowly remove everything are put in the cast list as you enter as the supernumeraries. I had to Google what that word is. Basically, they are extras. They are people who don't say anything at all. They are very present through the whole 1 hour 45. They come, they go, they move. They are dressed in period wear, but not in the same way that the other characters are. They are, I assume, are designed to look like the people who work for Mrs. Warren, who are essentially women who work the night. There we go. So it kind of seems like they are slowly peeling away everything that Vivi knows as she learns more and more about what her mum does. There we go. It was just a really clever idea, and it's still something that I'm thinking about constantly about 24 hours on. The cast were amazing, as you'd expect. The names involved with this show are something else. Like I said, the two lead females are Bessie Carter and Imelda Staunton. Put it on airplane mode. Bessie Carter plays the daughter Vivi, and Imelda Staunton plays Miss Kitty Warren. Both of them are absolutely incredible, amazing actresses. Like I said, I'm a big fan of both, and they both took their roles amazingly. Just brilliant, fantastic, can't say enough. The role of Mr. Preed, who I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, because everyone pronounced it slightly different and there was like different nicknames, and I was like, how am I saying this when I talk about them? But he was played by Sid Segar. Again, hopefully getting this correct. I feel like his role is the role of reason. He has less, he's kind of like half Kitty, half Vivi. He tests Vivi on her theories and her thoughts at the initial meeting, and it's kind of a soundboard to both sides, which I really enjoyed. Good character. The role of Sir George Cross is played by Robert Glenister, and he's a bad man. He initially is introduced as someone who wishes to make an acquaintance with Vivi with the help of Kitty, and he essentially turns into a big baby as the show goes on, as nothing that he wants falls into his lap. And obviously he is a sir, he is a knight of the realm, so obviously he's used to getting his own way, and when he doesn't, he kind of tries to spin his own web to protect himself and to damage everyone else. The role of Reverend Samuel Gardner was played by Kevin Doyle. I kind of know Kevin more as Mr. Mosley from Downton Abbey, and he had a bit of the Miss Mosleys in his mannerisms. kind of a blubbering idiot. But I still enjoyed watching his performance all the same. And then finally you have Frank Gardner, who's played by Ruben Joseph. Again, he goes on quite the mission too, from initially being introduced as kind of the romantic person alongside Vivi, and he is steadfast to the end pretty much of that role. He is very protective of Vivi, but at the same time he has his qualms and moments. I actually really enjoyed seeing this play. It definitely left me thinking, and like I said at the beginning, Bessie Carter said a good play is one that leaves you questioning something. It's definitely left me questioning a lot. It is powerful, it's amusing occasionally, not like ha 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 laugh, but like a it's excellently performed, and you definitely leave there thinking who truly is in the right. Do you side with Vivi and her thoughts and everything surrounding the situation, or do you side with Kitty, or do you side with either of them? I don't truly know myself. It's definitely, at the time it was written, I understand why it was essentially banned, because there is a lot going on, but it really works in the now that we are in 2025. It still has that relevance, although it being a different time, to be an excellent play with a great thinking space. I enjoyed it. The play is going on at the Garrick until the 16th of August, so you have got time to watch it. It was absolutely phenomenal. Wow. And yeah, I really enjoyed going to see it. Very excited that I grabbed a rush ticket for said show. I think rush is going to be quite easy to get if my audience is everything to go by, because the average age was quite high. So I don't know if they know about Today Ticks. That's, sorry, generalisation, but my assumption. Go and check out Miss Warren's Profession, and don't listen to everything that I said. Make your own thoughts. I don't know. But all that's left to say is the usual, and that is thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All that's left to say is so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. Bye.